Hello, I'm Jennifer Witt, Director of ProjectManager.com. Well, welcome to our whiteboard session today on why manage your project online. It's one of the common questions we get, but it has one of the biggest benefits to you and your project. So I tell people that I wasn't meant to be born any earlier than I was. After all, I've been able to enjoy the benefits and the fun of the disco era, and now the benefits of the technology age. So people always laugh about me telling stories of back in the day, back in the disco era day, but let me talk about back in the day and what that meant for me on my projects. So when I first started managing projects, then I actually managed my schedules, timelines, and milestones by the big calendars. You've seen them. Go to Office Depot, Staples, you buy the big calendar where you have the month and the days, and so you fill that in. So literally, I managed my schedule, timelines, and milestones by building calendars and putting them on the walls. And then, gosh, if you of those are laughing can relate, we actually used to put tasks in there and things, and then when changes occurred, oh my gosh, it was disaster. So we learned different techniques like, okay, don't write literally on the calendar. These are before dry erase boards. Don't literally write on the calendar, create little pieces of paper and then stick it to the calendar. And that was before sticky notes. So when sticky notes came out, we thought that was the greatest thing. So, but the thing is, when changes occurred, it was a nightmare. And then, oh, even worse, processes, tasks, deliverables, dependencies, critical paths, Gantt charts. Can you imagine? Well, that was back in the day. So a process might look like this. Step 1, go see book process, number 1. Step 2 might mean, okay, go see this book and then that book, and they venture off, and then step 3 might be another book. And it's just this long process of tasks, deliverables, and dependencies, and just, oh, when changes occurred, wow. I mean, I used to spend hours, days, weekends just changing all of this. It was truly a nightmare. So where I enjoyed the disco days, I did not enjoy back in these days. So for me, being a technology woman now, I love the here and the now. I love technology. I love being able to manage projects online. And here's why. Here's some of the benefits that they bring. So if you're still asking yourself questions like, is this way better than this way? Because admit it, I know some of you are doing it. You're still using some of these tools and techniques, which may work, but let me show you an easier way. So online allows you to track all of this real time. I mean, it's in a computer. So now you can drag and drop, you can delete, you can do things real time. Instead of you having to manage all of this, you can actually have your team members, any of your stakeholders, whoever you need to go in and track their expenses, track their time, track the status. They can actually do it real time online. You can actually allow customizable reports and dashboards. So you can easily allow your project team members who may need to look at specific details down to the detail level or only their tasks and deliverables, well, they can customize their own dashboards. For you as the project manager, you may want to create your own schedules, timeline, milestone reports, and then you may allow your executives or your stakeholders or your change control board members, whoever you allow access, to be able to create their own dashboard so they can see what they want to see. And then you're not bombarding them with either too much detail or not enough detail. Then managing versions. We're here where this managing versions of these schedules or these processes was a nightmare. How many times have you found yourself in these situations only to learn that you're working from an old version? You're not even working from the right timeline or the right task or deliverables. You're working off of something old that you never got. So it allows you to manage versions and have people to have access to that in real time. It allows you to collaborate, so you can post issues, risk, you can have people review documents, you can allow people to have access, they can make comments, you can collaborate real time with people on your project who may be all over the world. It allows you to recalculate and rebaseline, which can be the difference between a successful or failed project. And it allows you to share documents, again, back to the version control. So over and over again, I interview executives, and what they tell me is they're looking for teams, project managers and teams and projects to be able to mobilize, socialize, and globalize quickly. So what does that mean? Being able to mobilize, put your templates, get your project up and running, get your team members on board immediately, being able to socialize and collaborate with all the team members to get inputs and ideas real time, and to be able to globalize. So many of our teams are international, they're worldwide. So whether your team is international or it may be across the country, even in a different floor of your building, or even down the street, you can be able to access everything and get these three components online and make your executives happy. And by the way, so at projectmanager.com, we believe strongly in these features, and we've incorporated this in our software. And even more importantly, there's an app for that. So we know that project managers are always on the go and rarely at their desk. So we've given the capability to, on your mobile phone or your iPad or whatever your mobile device is, to be able to pull up an app for that. So you can actually answer questions without without the pause. You can be able to answer questions real time with your app. Makes everyone happy. So if you're like me, and you may have enjoyed the Disco Queen back in the day, but you for sure enjoy the here and now as a technology woman. So those are some of the things that I wanted to share with you on why it's important to manage your projects online. So if you are looking to manage your projects online, and better yet, have an app for that, then sign up for our software now at projectmanager.com.